Thank you very much, thank you. It's nice to revisit those early pieces. Those two are from Mingo Lewis, The Wizard, Flight Over Rio, which appeared on Elegant Gypsy. Remember that record?
Yeah! Woo!
Now this next one was the first piece I played with Chick Corea in Return to Forever when I got the gig. I was 19 years old and I walked into the rehearsal and this was the first chart that was put in front of me. And it's an amazing piece of music, and as well as the other ones. But this one in particular is one that I wanted to play on this tour. And let me get these out of my ears. Oh, it sounds so much different now. Oh, great. So I get this call from a guy named Chick. I'm at Berkeley School of Music, and he goes, "Is this Aldo Meola?" I said, "Yes." Because this is Chick Corea. I said, "Yeah." No, this is Chick. I just heard a tape of you playing. I said, "What tape is that?" He goes, "A friend of yours made a tape of you on New Year's Eve playing with the Barry Miles Quartet. We love it. We want you to join the band." Not try out, join. I said, "Jesus Christ." I said, "It's my favorite band." I said, "Oh, the New Year's Eve tape." Well, see, this New Year's Eve tape, my friend Michael was an amateur recording engineer, and he had taped me on New Year's Eve a couple of years before, and he had slipped me a tab of acid. And I had never played with her since that night. And I didn't tell Chick that because he was a Scientologist, so I guess drugs and all that. And I was not a druggie at all. I had never done anything like that. But my friend Michael was like a Woodstock hippie. And he said, "You're gonna love it. You're gonna trust me." I said, "Okay." It was a beautiful trip. Oh my God. So anyway, Chick says, "Come on down to New York. We'll have a few days of rehearsal." So I said, "Okay, man, wow, this is great." He goes, "Oh yeah, and our first show's Carnegie Hall on Tuesday night." So I go back to Jersey to my parents' house. And my mother comes to the door, and she goes, "What are you doing home from school so soon?" I said, "Mom, I'm playing with Chick Corea." He goes, "Who's Chick Corea?" My father goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "Well, Dad, he's like pretty happening. I mean, Return to Forever is like a very famous band. We're playing Carnegie Hall on Tuesday night." He said, "Get the hell out of here." I said, "Dad," for an hour I was arguing. He could not believe it. To make a long story short, I go for the 2-3 days rehearsal. They send a limo to the house. Believe it or not, I'm 19 years old. I'm sitting on a limo going to Carnegie Hall. So I'm in the back and I'm facing forward, and they're in front of me facing back, looking at me. My father's shaking his head. And he's going, "Can't believe it. Can't believe it. My son." But, you know, I always did tell you, Albert. He always called me Albert. Not Albert. Albert. The way you get to Carnegie Hall is practice, practice, practice. I always told you that. And I'm going, in my head, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying to myself, it's acid, acid, acid. That's how it happened. What am I gonna do? Anyway, the rest is history. And if you take July 1974 and you take this year, 2024, that's 50 years. Holy Jesus. So we celebrate 50 years. Because it's been 50 years, I gotta wear these damn things. I don't know which one's left, which one's right. There we go. Now, those plugs. Beautiful. Here we go.